So this is gonna be a busy schedule to do all by myself today. I've got, looks like 20 jobs and a quote. Yikes. What's up? So I got the wheelbarrows in the back from where Joey was working yesterday, and everything's kind of a mess. But I'm gonna go get some yards knocked out. I think I've got about 20 today. But I want to show you real quick. This is the truck that we bought, but what we found out after buying it is it needs an engine. So that'd be fun, but it runs fine, but it starts shaking. And so what it really needs is a timing chain, but that probably means we're gonna need an engine. But good old Papa Smurf still runs, so I'll have to get some stuff done. Alrighty, so this is our first job of the day right there. And so we're changing, in the process of changing all of our work to subscription based. So what that means is whenever we come to do a yard like this, like for instance, all of these subscriptions just include mow, edge, weed eat, blow, and then we pick up leaves and limbs and stuff. And so we actually do this yard, and it averages out to be like $20-$25 a week for the customer. And so it's just $100 a month, and we handle everything in the yard for them. What this allows us to do is, one, have winter work. Two, the customer stays really happy because it's a low price and a really good job. And three, we get really, really route dense. So we just started this a few weeks ago. It's kind of picking up now. We've doubled our properties, and so far, so good. The nice thing about doing properties like this is, like today, I can just edge out that front and get that redefined for, and do some little extra things, because we come every single week, but every week it doesn't need mowed. So all the services are as needed here, which means I can blow off the lawn, I can edge out the front driveway and do some little extra things for her, so then she's even more happy. First job of the day done. I think I've got about 28 minutes clocked on this project. I had 25 budgeted. I went a little over, and that's just because I was getting all this cleaned up. But anyway, let's see. So 28 minutes. If I hit 25 minutes, that means I'm hitting 20 an hour. So I hit about 17 roughly, just doing the numbers in my head. But making P for P so far. Headed the next one is just a couple houses down. All right, it's the second property of the day. I have 37 and a half budgeted minutes for this job, so it shouldn't take me too long. I could probably get it done in 10-20 because there's not much. I'm probably gonna do some little touch-up weeding and then some blowing and edging. Second job on the schedule today. I went around and edged out all the sides for them, and after it rains, it'll kind of get up some of this just staining on the road. But 37 and a half budgeted minutes, completed in 34 minutes, 32 seconds. So I'm kind of running a little slow today, but that's really just because I got to go along all this with shovels and dig it all out. So this was a big one, so just took me a little bit. But I got a little weeding, edging, and all of this done in 34 minutes. It's still not terrible. So it's 11 o'clock, just got the 7th job done here. I'm about to run to lunch. I got an estimate at 12. Kind of running out of gas. I gotta grab some more because I'm using the small blower now. But anyway, we got some limbs up and I edged everything out. Got it cleaned up for them. So headed on to lunch. I'll see you there. Here's a new subscription-based mow. This is about 1.5 acres, he said. Well, no, actually, he said it's 1 acre. He said that's 1/2 acre and this 1/2 acre. What we have to look out for is in the back of this property here, there's metal that runs all along that back, like little shards of metal. So start at like that tree there and go from those trees all the way across, and you could push mow that back area. And then you can see there's a hole here. There's a hole way down there. Where we can't get into the ditch with the mower. And then you can take along here, he says he sprays all of this with Roundup, and we can kind of do some touch-up weed eating. There will be a lot of weed eating all out here, I imagine. So just, it'll take some skillful mower work, because there's stumps that you can see. One there, one there, one there. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. And be cautious of it. So it goes from that power line there all the way down to this power line here. So this job is going to be, I would say you can mow bi-weekly. Here's what I would say. Mow once every 2 weeks, and then weed eat once every 2 weeks. So like take out this ditch, and then the other weeks you can do the mowing. And that's how I'd handle that. Or say, do this side 1 week, do that side 1 week, do this. And so somehow rotate it and kind of split it up, because 1 week you're going to have a whole bunch of work and 1 week you're not. So this is a project management video for this property, and $150 a month. Pretty simple. Alright, so this is like the, I believe, 12th or 13th property for the day. So I got all this edging kind of cleaned up for them. And you can see they've got some different style curves to this one. Oh, this thing, there's a brick there. But anyway, this is about the 13th, I believe. But I'm going to do some weed eating out on the sides, then blow off and take off. It's about 3 o'clock, I want to say now. Well, I didn't get all of the properties done today like what I hoped. It is maybe 7 o'clock now, but it gets dark at like 6 o'clock here, so I just ran out of time. But I got about 13 out of 19 jobs, and I had 1 estimate. So for the most part, I got a decent amount done. So this is roughly kind of our plan for the next couple months and scaling. So you can see over here at profitability, that's just what we're going to do to try to become just super duper profitable. And then we have our standard setup, which has a $15,000 startup cost, and that includes $2,500 for advertising. So you can see $2,500 will get a crew full-time bookings. We have so we're targeting $99 a month mows. We have an average of $37.50 per week, which is, I believe, $150 per month. And that means it's profitable within 30 weeks. We can really cut that down, and we're profitable. So that basically means 1 yard is paid for within 30 weeks. But we can really cut that down, and it's profitable in more like 2 weeks once they have a whole bunch of properties. And so you can see we can store 1 crew here. Once we get up to 3 crews, we'll have to rent out a rental unit. We'll have to get a rental or a lease and like an actual property once we're to 5 to 10. And then after 10 crews, we'll have to own our own piece of property. Capacity-based growth. So 1 truck, 2 mowers, 2 full-time employees, 60 budgeted hours a week, and $3,600 a week in revenue, with $520 a week in profit and $360 a week in operating cost. So that is capacity, excuse me, for 1 crew. And then you can see we need to stack up 2 months of expenses for each crew before starting a new one. Our general manager, which hopefully Rick will become the general manager / office manager of this location, he can handle 5 to 10 team members, and that will mean 10 to 20 leads a day and bookwork and office tasks. And then you can see up here, we need 6,000 accounts to hit our $10 million a year goal. And then there's our bookkeeping, schedule, next steps, and then franchising. We hope to franchise at some point, so this is just what it will include. And at some point, we want to offer possibly some kind of banking or something to fund the franchisees' endeavors where they don't have to have such high capital, and then also offer accounting to them. So then you can see 10 field laborers at $20 an hour. And so this is kind of just the ultimate end of year goal. So my goal would be that all field employees hit 20 an hour in P4P. I'd like to take 54. I'd like manager to take 54. And then 15% profit margins, 50% month over month growth, and then 10% working capital, which means we'll have to have 200,000 stacked to the side, and then cash flow for scalability. And then this is just kind of the rest of our numbers and everything. So that's kind of a rough overview of the next couple months, but that's our growth plan, and we'll see how it goes.